Hello, this is Matt Vadney here to tell you about another interesting way to write topic sentences. Because after all, no one wants to be boring when you're trying to get people to read something that you've taken the time to think about and write. Well, this strategy, simply enough, is called the two nouns and two commas topic sentences. What these really are about something that you probably learned in 7th grade called appositives. Appositives, it could be one word or it could actually be a phrase that describes and renames a noun. And doing this approach often improves the quality of your topic sentence. Think of it as a way of defining your topic in your sentence, in your topic sentence. So looking at our explanation here, and a positive, a phrase that describes or renames a noun. Now the thing is, that phrase would be about the noun that it's following. The two commas in the strategy name refers to the fact that this noun or phrase that explains another noun comes after it, and the two commas kind of separate it from the rest of the sentence. So this strategy is named after the actual structure of its use. You have a noun, you have a comma, and then you have either another noun that explains that first one or a phrase that explains that noun. And then another comma, and then you have your sentence continue. So this strategy is named after the actual structure that you're using. So, and a positive adds information about your topic. So, for example, look at the second example that I have here. My uncle, so this topic sentence is about this person's uncle, a famous heart surgeon, volunteers in many third world hospitals. I think we use that term anymore, but anyway. So the topic here is about this person's uncle. And the uncle, of course, is a person, it's a noun. And it's followed by this comma here. And then there's a phrase that explains who the uncle is, a famous heart surgeon. And the phrase is centered around a noun that's explaining the first noun. And then after you say that noun or phrase, there's the comma, see it? And then the rest of the sentence about your topic, okay? Now, an appositive phrase does not have to have a verb in it. It doesn't need an action word. It can contain only a noun or just other words that describe the noun. So, for example, famous heart describes this noun, surgeon. So it's just part of the phrase. So here we have some more examples. The automobile, a relatively new invention, comma. But see, again, we have a noun, a phrase about the noun, and a comma separating it off. The soccer team, a group of talented teens. Our school mascot, an unusual looking buffalo. And again, that explanation is surrounded by commas. Hence, two nouns, two commas. Here are some more examples. Let's focus on the simple ones. Oils. So this is about paints. This is about kinds of paint, right? So oils, comma, a type of paint, comma, are somewhat difficult to use, which is very true because they're tricky to mix. The medulla, okay, that comma, an important part of the brain, comma, controls your breathing. It's very important that you have both commas, not just one, but both. Because if you don't, you might confuse this appositive, this second noun or noun phrase, as part of the predicate when it's not. It's actually part of the subject, okay? It's explaining the subject. Though technically, you can use an appositive after an object, indirect or direct. But still, we're largely using this strategy as focused on the subject of a sentence. Soccer, comma, a popular sport in other countries, comma, has become a favorite activity for many children in the United States. Again, the phrase has a noun, it might have adjectives, but there's no action word, okay? So again, when you are writing a topic sentence using appositives, think of it as you're almost like a definition type of topic sentence. You are explaining a concept, an idea, which is why these are more topic sentences rather than thesis statements, but technically they could be. Because after all, definitions can be from a point of view, and that the whole point is to explain a definition. But in this case, approach these types of topic sentences as though you're defining what you want to write about. And of course, the rest of the sentence is the occasion for writing, or rather, the occasion for writing, or the point you're trying to prove. So, when I go back to this example here about oils, it's all about oil paints. But what I'm trying to prove is that they're difficult to use. Okay, so I hope that's a nice cleanup rather than remaking the video. All right, so everybody, that's how you write topic sentences using appositives, using a 2-noun, 2-comma structure.